welcome back. Now, in celebration of Youth Month, we look at some of the inspiring work of young people who are striving to make a difference in their communities. One of them is Ole Matlala, co-founder and chief marketing officer of Reslocate. It's South Africa's #1 student accommodation online platform connecting property owners and students. Reslocate has been recognized for its positive impact, bagging several awards. Matlala just recently won the top 16 Youth-Owned Brands Awards for Technology. Well, he joins us now in studio to tell us more. Welcome to Newsnight. Thank you very much for joining us here.
Thank you for having me, Abigail.
My absolute pleasure. So tell us about this amazing, it's an app?
Yes.
It's called Reslocate. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly.
Yes, you pronounced it
Tell
perfect.
us about it.
Reslocate is an interactive app that connects students with credible property owners. So it was founded by myself, Lucas, and Karabozi Wikanyo. So all of us, we are uncles and brothers. So usually in our families, we were tasked with helping our nieces and nephews find jobs, find housing, as well as finding careers. So now we realize that student housing in particular has been an issue for over 10 years, as it's a journey that we've been through ourselves.
Yeah.
So we took it upon ourselves to actually find a solution, because it really broke my heart when I found out that we have a supply gap demand of over 1 million beds in the country, yet we have 2.5 million students. So we were like, no, as the youth, let's just try and come up with something that can assist our future, which are the students of today.
Amazing. I love to see young South Africans taking initiative and making sure that we have solutions to problems, because that's what needs to happen. We need to take control of our situations and help where we can. Just talk to me then about the factors that you took into consideration when putting together a platform like this. What are the things that you thought about?
So first of all, we had to look at the market and check if there's an actual feasibility. We had to contact property owners, because we also realized that students are prone to scams.
Yes.
So that was very close to our hearts. We wanted to create something that's secure, that we know that if a student has booked an accommodation, they're going to be safe. We're not going to hear any weird things or strange things happening, as well as actually running a pilot with a few students to make sure that the process can run smoothly and properties are vetted.
Okay. We've also seen this sort of takeover of AI, and so many people are concerned that their jobs are at risk because of the capabilities, but you've taken that into your stride and used it. Talk to us about that.
I'm glad you mentioned that. So in our journey, we found that student accommodation is actually a global issue. So through our journey, we were able to be part of exhibitions around Europe.
Okay.
So now, with the help of Business France, we were able to establish a subsidiary in France. So we realized that more than accommodation, students also need jobs. They also need access to finance. They also need careers, because it costs roughly a South African student or a South African graduate 980 rand to find a job. So we decided to incorporate artificial intelligence to help them find these things based on their preferences, as well as communities, because you can imagine if you are from Cape Town, you come in to study in Pretoria.
Where do you start?
Exactly. So
where do you
we were
start
like,
looking?
we need to help students find communities to help them settle in, so that they can just focus on the study. So our goal is to be the ultimate student guide, the ultimate big brother, uncle, as we are in our personal lives. Yeah.
You're transcending just your own family,
Exactly.
becoming uncles and guardians for all of these students. Let's talk about some of the issues that South African students face. We've seen multiple protests with regards to issues at residences, funding. While you've been doing all of this and engaging with students, what are some of their top concerns that you've prioritized?
The quality of the accommodation, as well as the fraud aspect. Because there are a lot of fraudulent property owners out there who give these students fraudulent leases. They tell you to pay, they tell you to sign. When you get there the next day, you find that that place didn't even belong to that person.
Oh my gosh.
So those are the top concerns of students, as well as actually finding it, because now the market is very fragmented. Some students go to Facebook, some students ask other students, and Facebook as well. You find that it can be a bit dodgy at times, because of there's no way of knowing that these people who are actually who they say they are.
Are they legit or not? And you're on a time crunch, your classes start soon, you're desperate at some point, and you'll take whatever opportunity presents itself. So let's talk a little bit about the mechanic of the app, how it works, how someone joins, how much it costs, and the functionality of it.
Okay, so the app is relatively easy to use.
Okay.
You can either download it or go to www.reslocate.net. Register your profile. There are two options. You can either register as a student or a property owner. If you're a student, you proceed to then book your accommodation. If you're a property owner, you proceed to list. So we take care of the internal vetting.
You do the vetting process?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes, so the students do not really engage with the property owners because there are a lot of security risks when it comes to that. So we'd rather, because we say we are the most secure platform in the country, we are the number one after all.
Yes.
So we want to make sure that there are no strange things happening in terms of that process.
So students can feel secure when using your app. A lot of students struggle with data and they don't have access to internet. How have you solved that problem?
So with that, one of the things that we are working on is providing the app data-free through web. If you use the website soon, you'll be able to access it data-free, but depending on where you are. We're looking at areas like Yolusikisiki and other rural areas to ensure that students will be able to access it data-free.
Yeah, because that's a big issue for some students. They don't have the funding to spend on something like data. Is there plans to partner with government, perhaps partner with NSFAS to make the process more accessible?
We have tried.
Oh, you have?
We have tried. So we'll see what happens in future. Because of right now, I can say that proudly say that we have established a subsidiary in France as well.
Yes.
So we'll be able to launch it around Europe as of next year. So it's currently going to go under a redevelopment phase where we're going to be able to implement blockchain technology as well to make sure that even the signatures can be electronic. So the partnerships that we are essentially looking for more than government is actually private institutions because we want to try and help students have access to funding as well as career prospects.
I see. So if students want to access the app, do they just go to the various app stores and download it there, or do you have to go to the website?
They can go to the website, they can go to the app store.
Either or, whichever is more convenient. So you've been awarded multiple times. Reslocate has won numerous awards. Just recently it was the top 16 youth-owned brands, and you won there in the technology space. Let's chat a little bit about the importance of that sort of recognition. Does it assist you as a brand? Is it a nice to have? Just talk to us about those awards and what it means for up-and-coming and small brands in the country.
They assist a lot. I mean, if I didn't win the top 16, I don't know if I'd be here today, you know? But
I think you would. I think you would.
I think they really, really assist because they give us exposure. And you must remember, before the top 16 Yobas, there wasn't really that platform that recognizes youth excellence.
Yes.
So they really, really assist us, and as well as in terms of networking, because you meet other young people that are doing awesome stuff, and you see how you guys can further network and potentially partner in future.
Yeah. So Ole, what's next? You did mention that you are planning to expand internationally. You've already done so. What else can we expect from you guys at Reslocate? What
you can expect is you're going to have an app on the same level as your TikToks, your Facebooks from South Africa, and that's going to be Reslocate.
Amazing. Well, I wish you all of the best. Continue doing the amazing work. I saw this on my timeline and I thought, what an amazing initiative to assist students in this very tricky and difficult space of finding res and finding accommodation. You guys are doing amazing work. So all the best for your future.
Thank you so much.
My absolute pleasure. That was Ole Matlala, Reslocate co-founder and Chief Marketing Officer, doing amazing work in that specific space. Check them out on social media and download the app if you have a young person who's looking for student accommodation.